What's up, guys? It's K&M Live. We back in here again. We got our special guest here with us today.
Chris, back at it again.
Yep. And today's topic, we're basically, as you guys know, last Tuesday, Donald Trump became president again. He won the election. And we want to talk about kind of like the aftermath and kind of give some point of views. We're going to go through some videos with y'all, but we're going to give our own opinion about how we feel about election time or election in general for presidency and the effects that it has on people and communities and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into the first video.
I might get some violations and I may offend some people with what I'm going to say, and I don't give a fuck. To all you Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family, whether you were here legally or not. You got
That's the highest he can go.
I hope he does that. To you black men who your fragile ego couldn't take a black woman in office, so you either voted for Trump or you didn't vote at all. The police will now have carte blanche to murder you right where the fuck you stand. And when they do that, there's not going to be no GoFundMe's.
She looks like Bubble Bass.
To ask us for shit. Just die. They can't afford to bury you. Dig a hole in their backyard. It is what the fuck it is. But don't expect sympathy. Don't expect protest in the streets. We're not doing that. Black women, we're done. We're done. We did our due diligence for this century and the next. We've done enough. We're not doing anymore. To you white women that once again voted against your fucking interests, when your husbands start knocking you into the middle of fucking next week and you can't do anything.
What the fuck is going on?
Humanity.
Yo. She going in, bruh.
Yes,
Goddamn.
Think about it, because no fault divorce is in play. I want you to take those black eyes and those busted lips as a personal thank you from Donald J. Trump each and every time you get fucking hit. Take it. Don't look for nobody else. Don't ask for fucking help. Take your beatings. For all of y'all that voted for Trump, I hope you get exactly what you voted for. Because the only thing he did was make America great for the people that it was great for from the fucking beginning. White men. That's what he did. He couldn't run the risk of whiteness no longer being the default, not being allowed to fail up. So when you're bleeding out somewhere and there's a medical emergency and you can't get no fucking help, women who voted for him, don't take it. You just gotta die. If you got kids, they just gonna be motherless. It is what the fuck it is. You didn't give a fuck, so we don't give a fuck. That's how it is. This isn't America anymore. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's not gonna be America. And if you think that Trump is gonna be in that office for 4 years, you're fucking insane. Because we about to be in a real live action episode of fucking Scandal. Because your next president is not Donald Trump, it's J.D. Vance. Because trust and believe, within a year, you're not gonna see Trump anymore. He's either gonna be, and they're gonna say it's illness or he died in his sleep, it's natural causes because he's fucking old enough, or they just gonna let him spaz out and do the 25th. And that's when we really gonna be in the Handmaid's Tale. So I really hope all of you who voted for him, you get exactly what the fuck you deserve.
She's got real talk at the top of it. All right.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
But all right. So with that being said, I guess who wants to go first?
That was some of the most ignorant shit I've ever watched. That was funny.
Shout out to the internet, man. Entertainment, man.
Yeah. Because you can tell that people really like isolated in their own worlds and need to get from behind that screen, because no way she would come to a public setting and speak like that.
Nope. Absolutely not. Well, no, I believe it. If they was at a rally, she probably would.
I mean, if she had supporters, but
else.
if she went into a neutral setting, she wouldn't have that delivery. That's pretty crazy. But so you're wishing that, and again, this is exactly why a lot of light is shed on people who were voting for Kamala and all the Democratic people per se. Look how they act. You stand for love, you stand for acceptance and understanding, but as soon as someone does not agree with your values, you deserve exactly what the fuck happens to you. That's insane. This is why I lost.
Because y'all fake. Y'all not who y'all say y'all are. Y'all say all this goodness stuff, but then look at the people who voted for y'all. Look how they talk.
Literally
Yeah,
acting like the devil. Like,
Personally, I just want to say I hope she actually works for herself. She has her own business because somebody could easily take this and give it to her boss. Yeah, they're gonna fire you, especially if they ever look you up. They're definitely gonna probably pull it up every single time, and you probably have a hard time getting a job depending. But it's probably just probably just that one job. But regardless of that, I don't know why. Like women, okay, well, given this context, you're talking about black women. I don't know why they think they have this delusion that they carrying everybody on their back. Like you're not, you're like, I don't know why y'all think that. Like you think about, oh, if black men don't vote this way, I hope you guys die and nobody pay for y'all funerals. You know, that's very wicked way of like expressing how you feel upon somebody else. And don't you guys know they don't in America? Men in general don't see women as threats. If they get rid of dudes, you guys are just gonna be fodder to them. It's like, do y'all really think these guys really care about y'all like that? These dudes, so-called white men in power, you guys always complain about. They're not gonna care about y'all. You guys are gonna be definitely gonna be trash when they get rid of all the dudes out the way. These so-called white dudes see as competition. And why would the women side with y'all? The white women will side with y'all too. That their husbands in power. They may talk shit, but they're gonna still end up laying right
And stand
next to
by them. History shows that.
Yeah, so why they reaping all the benefits? Why would they come and hang out with y'all? Like that's the thing. That's crazy to me. Y'all actually believe y'all gonna come on one accord and y'all carrying the whole team on your back, and y'all think y'all the justice warriors of America.
Man, delusional, man.
I don't know. That's just personally me. I mean, I know, and obviously not every black woman thinks this way, but some of y'all who spilled y'all vitriol on the online, y'all gotta sit down.
Chill, relax. I wanted to say one thing I hate about elections in general. I know they say when you first meet somebody, a couple things not to talk about: money, politics, and religion, right? And I see why people have expressed that, because you got to think, to have so much hate for people you don't even know. It's kind of like, how does Donald Trump being voted for, or him being president, how does that affect you in your personal life? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he taking away benefits from you? Are you abusing the system? Are you somehow directly involved with this man in some type of way? Like, to where his policy changes or whatever is going to affect you? Because if we look at the history, right? A lot of people don't even know this type of information. I think Trump being president made it 17. A lot of people don't even know in each party how many parties had each president of our full-time, of our 47. It's 47 presidents, right? Now with Trump winning, it makes it 17. Republicans had 17 presidents. You know how much Democrats had presidents? 14. They had 14 presidents. So what does that tell you? Republicans have always had the edge since the beginning of all elections. They've always been elected. They've always been the favored party to get to power anyway. And I don't even want to get started on the whole Democratic Party being the original, not wanting to abolish slavery, blah, 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 blah. I don't even want to get into all that. But I want to say, for the most part, red or blue, they don't mess with you. Just one wants to use you. One wants to use you, and the other one don't really care about you, and they tell you to your face they don't care about you unless you bringing in some type of money and supporting yourself and not being a leech to society. So it's kind of like you pick your poison, right? And it's just one of those things where it's like we do all this infighting with each other, but not even understanding that the real issue here is that when you lack power or you don't have ownership of something, you're going to be a victim of whatever the ones who are in power do. So it's just crazy to me that this individual in this video could have an uncle, could have a cousin, could have a nephew, could have a brother, and she would still believe in this stuff, even if those things that she just expressed was to happen to them, she wouldn't care, because guess what? She didn't say specifically which men she's referring to. What about if those dudes are your own family? And it had nothing to do with the issues you brought up. They was just a victim of the situation. Oh no, because he didn't vote for them, he deserves to go. You gonna say that to your family too? It's just crazy to me how these elections or these politics can even divide family. This reminds me of COVID so much, because COVID was the same way. It was literally the same way. You don't want to take the shot. Oh, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't even want to associate with you. We're going to stay away from you. You're hazardous to us. Y'all believe what these people say so bad, and then come and find out years later, the dude was lying about half the stuff. What was the guy that brought up the case? Fauci, whatever. And he admitted to lying about half the stuff that he was bringing up.
Or wasn't enough evidence.
It wasn't enough evidence. Correct.
Yeah, y'all took it and ran with it.
And it's just crazy to me that people will use these movements or these issues going on in society to even divide their own family over it. It's not that serious. It's not worth you losing family over. It's not worth you losing friends over. But let's continue, because
man, yeah, it's just madness. And I want to say too, man, not like these unhinged people on these videos. Everybody thinks that like most of them are like that now, but the thing is, they're the only ones like unifying and putting all this crazy shit into the atmosphere. Real women that are, on their stuff and really doing what they're supposed to be doing are not on here making videos. That's why you don't see the exposure. But there are women out here that are not like that. But yeah, y'all look at the
oh, we about to get into it. Let's play the next clip, y'all.
yeah.
Donald Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years in protest and protection of your bodies.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Touché, pussycat.
We wouldn't be missing out. Just saying.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
As we know, if that little baby inside you gives you any trouble and you need an emergency healthcare, you're fucked and you're gonna die. I think that is sufficient enough reason to stop having sex. Don't you agree? This vote wasn't a vote for Americans. This vote was for men. And unless we want to become the Handmaid's Tale, then us women need to protest, because this is some buttery bullshit. I'm sorry to the women and minorities who aren't going to get the help that they need in the next 4 years.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm sorry for the people who are impoverished, who are just going to keep dying from starvation and lack of healthcare and lack of governmental support. People are actually praising this guy, and it's a freaking joke. Look at the states he won. You won't catch me there. You'll catch me in New York City. And I'm sorry to all the women who are going to suffer in these bumpkin-ass, small-ass little towns.
I'm glad she said that, because we got another video gonna talk about exactly. It's gonna be related to New York, and it's funny because she brings this up, but yet these states are still suffering from the same things they say they don't stand for. But okay,
because of this. Reason why I'm a New Yorker and always will be. Fuck Florida.
Wow.
Oh, the humanity.
yo, I'm gonna let y'all go crazy on that.
Her saying just trying to be celibate. Man, y'all so much full of cap. Y'all be smashing the same dusty, musty, busted and disgusted dudes y'all complain about on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Y'all chicks are here to stay, and with the toxic shit. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
What?
That's
Bro,
all
what
I
are you
gotta
talking
say.
about, man?
So ain't nobody listen to what you gotta say. And every time I see her, every time she's viral about something, It's always about some bullshit.
Bruh, what was it?
But no, I'm good. What you thinking?
Man, I guess, hey, bro, we about to be in the drought, bro.
Oh man,
if they listening to what she's saying, bro, or if she's not the only one, we're not gonna just pin this on her. There's other videos of other women saying the same thing. They call it the 4B movement, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you guys are so, I won't say purposeless is not a word, but like y'all lack so much purpose in y'all life that driving these hateful movements give you guys purpose in life, because maybe y'all just didn't have enough achievements in life, or maybe y'all just didn't have enough, accomplishments or anything like that. And y'all feel, and then y'all see these agendas and y'all attach to them and make that your personality, which to me is so soulless and it's not genuine. Because if you were actually doing something with your life, you would realize how foolish these agendas really are. And they're only in place to divide people. They're not in there to bring people together like the way you guys think. If everybody just agreed, we would all get along. It's not going to work like that. And it's never going to work like that. You're always going to have you're always going to have opposing forces. You're going to always have people who don't agree with you. You're always going to have red, blue, purple. You're going to have different sides of everything. But to push wanting to commit many abortions and wanting to just not deal with the opposite gender just because of this, it's just like, y'all don't realize how much they really got into everybody's head for y'all to be expressing this type of tomfoolery. And don't realize how you think you're doing something, but you're really just playing along with what they actually want, what the higher power actually wants. They don't want you guys together. They don't want a family. They don't want households to stand strong. They want you guys to be divided and paying more taxes because it benefits their pockets. But, maybe I'm just, just talking ish,
If she's their spokesperson, then they don't really have a pretty strong case, because that's not really a punishment.
Yeah, that is insane.
I mean,
bro. that's just wild to me. Let's get to this last one right here, man.
I just texted my best friend of 14 years. Literally half of my life. I'm 28. And I asked them who they voted for. They said Donald Trump. And they said, I'm assuming you voted the opposite. And I said, yes. And
yep.
My friend texted me and said, will you still be my friend?
No.
Hold it together.
Half of my life, this person is my best friend.
So are they still friends?
No.
Touché, pussycat.
Yo, like, ultimately, playing all these clips together, I want you guys to see there's way more. You go on TikTok, you scroll Trump when, you're gonna see way more of these, right? It's just insane to me how these elections can bring out the worst in people over something like, when you ask these people individually, what do you do to benefit society? Nothing. That's going to be their answer. They don't do anything for society. They don't feed the hungry. They don't go to soup kitchens. They don't donate to companies or people trying to actually do things. People that live in the system hate the system because of how they're treated growing up. You know how many people I know that was orphaned, and they said the system is just evil. These orphanages, man, what these people be doing to these kids, like, y'all don't do anything for society, but y'all have all this energy for two individuals on a red and blue scale. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is, man. And I'm literally, and it's sad because I have people even in my personal life who are absorbed into these fallacies. It's just like, how does this election, like, regardless of who won or not, if you're somebody who works hard, you do what you need to do, you take care of, I get it. There are some people who can't work. There are some people who are disenfranchised. There are programs put in place to help them. Now they're saying, well, he's going to take those programs away. No, people who take advantage of the system, and I know people who do this. There are people who purposely don't go to work so they can get food stamps. There are people who purposely go to work so they can get unemployment. Purposely don't go. Keywords here, purposely. There's people I know that take advantage, that make money. Remember that one chick that made $500K off food stamps? Remember that?
Was
5,000.
3 to 4,000.
3 to 4,000. And she was bragging about it on TikTok. And they freaking put her. I
think they reduced.
They reported her and she lost it. Like, this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. You guys only care about it when it benefits y'all. Y'all don't really care about the people at large. Not saying that one is better than the other, but I feel like there has to be an open-mindedness to both sides. You got to understand how red operates and how blue operates. And once you understand that, you either be in the middle, or the best solution here is you find your own freedom. That's the solution. Set your own standards. If you so messed up with society, we could literally, like, nobody's talking about starting a town. Nobody's talking about building a hospital, starting their own town and doing this. No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to try to change the people that's already been in power for so long. And you think by crying and begging and making empty threats, like these people are going to change their mind. That's not the way to go about it. Taking accountability and responsibility in your life is what's going to change it. That's what's really going to make the difference. But it's just sad to me how I've seen literally this stuff destroy families. Literally, you ain't talking to your uncle no more or your auntie no more just because of these type of beliefs that really don't affect y'all directly at all. At all. And the people that really are affected by the system don't even have a chance to voice it. So I'm just like, bruh.
Politics over family, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'll let y'all go.
Well, I mean, hey, a lot of people have broken friendships due to these type of things. Like this young lady right here, she's contemplating whether she still be her friend or cut her off. And if you have to think about something like that, I mean, I guess y'all wasn't friends to begin with. I suppose.
Facts. Like what?
It's just something real sad. Like something like that can just easily tear you apart. Just imagine if you guys were in like dire situations, y'all really gonna like go at each other like neck and neck. Like, you know, this is something even small. This is not something in a very stressful situation. Like you're gonna have to like work together type of thing. Y'all already at each other's throat just for voting. You know, it's just pretty much unfortunate.
I would like to say too that abortion was up for debate before Donald Trump got reelected.
Yeah, the Roe versus Wade, whatever. I always butcher the name.
Yeah, there's still places that don't do abortions and all of that. You know, it's been complications. So, and that was under the Democratic Party as well. So to cling on to that, something that isn't even, it doesn't really make sense. Maybe Trump stands for more an extreme version of it, abolishing it, period. You know, I don't know. But I think that to cling on to the things that people are clinging on to spread more hate is just ridiculous. And it actually shows who really pays attention to politics and who doesn't. Because the topics that even your 4B movement and everything that everyone's talking about, the topics that really come out that I always hear are only trending topics. Nothing that I'm actually being informed or being taught anything. You're never getting on the platforms and telling us why, as a Democrat, you know, it would be a better and safer world for us. No, you're telling us how what the punishment is, what the verdict is. It's always a threat. You're not gonna you're gonna be celibate. We're not men anymore. You hope bad things happen to us, but what are you doing to actually make any of the situations better than, since it's serious enough to wish death on people?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then you ask these people done been through 4 or 5 jobs. They ain't got no cars. They ain't got no house. They don't contribute one damn thing to society, to where it's like you shouldn't even be talking. You don't even contribute to society. So why does it even matter what you think? And I understand that point that a guy had brought up a long time ago. He was like, the people who should vote are the people who actually directly affect society. The people who actually do things for society. These are the people that should be speaking up. If you ain't doing anything, you're just consuming the resources. Like, why are you talking? What?
That's classes. They're going to that's classes. Which they're gonna say that that's kind of classes. You saying something like that, man?
And I mean, the classes is always been a thing. That's really what it is. It's not even race at this point. It's really is
classism. Yeah,
that's really what it comes down to.
You know what most voters are now? Voters nowadays are that one person that showed up like a day late to a conversation but have the most opinion and don't have no facts. That's literally what's happening. Like,
my emotions tell me that this is the way it should be.
Yeah, they hear like 1 or 2 things and then they're just going off that and don't even know like what. I mean, it's pretty obvious when people really dig deep, you know, but we have so many people who are thinking on such a baseline level. They're just agreeing, yeah, girl, women's rights. Isn't it? But I mean, y'all been fighting for this. Democrat or Republican, this has been on the table. So what reason can you really come up with to say this guy's terrible? No.
Either way, man, it's just disappointing, and it just shows why he won by the landslide that he did, because the other side was clearly more rational in thinking and the way they operate. And my thing is that I'm not congratulating them for whatever. I know that they have very extremists on the red side. I know that. I'm well aware of that. But my thing is, it's not deep enough for me to not have a relationship with my brother per se, because he may have voted for this side and I voted for the other side. It doesn't rearrange that we're still related by blood. We grew up together. We work together. He works hard. I work hard. It shouldn't change that relationship just because of who we voted for.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
It doesn't mean that I can't be friends with you anymore just because you voted one side. Now, if it gets to the point where it's like, well, I can't go to school, I can't do this, I can't do that, then we can talk about it. But until then, it's just all speculation in your head. Most of the time, when these presidents come up with these projects, they don't even keep up with most of it anyway. Most of the policies don't even go through anyway.
Just to get your vote.
So at the end of the day, like I said before, neither side is really your friend. It's just one wants to use you in a different way than the other one. So you just got to be able to make your own path and pave the way for other people around you. That way you guys can survive the system that they're putting in place and the adjustments they're making to it. That's the best way to deal with it. But other than that, if y'all ain't got nothing else to say, then I'm good.
You got any last words?
Do your research, people.
Yeah. So I think that's about sums everything up. If you guys have any responses to what we said or what these clips had to offer, please let us know in the comment section down below. And also help us reach the 2,000K subscribers. We're almost there. We're trying to reach before the end of December. And also, if you want to support us, you can go to the link in the description to check out the merch and everything, and support us on there. We would greatly appreciate that. So once again, we appreciate you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell if you haven't already. If you guys have any recommendations or feedback, hit us up on our social media or email down below. And we see you guys in the next video.
Peace.